Hey, Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe.
All right, are y'all ready for another panel? Here we go. We're going to start right now. Well, please welcome your moderator from Beauty and the Beast, and that's Miss Meg.
Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe. Oh yeah, we talking sound.
What's up, hot girl?
What's up, everybody? Got this big old fan club out here.
How was it last night?
Last night was amazing. Who was here last night? I know Ben was. I told you he's not showing as much skin as he was showing last night. He said that because it's not after 5. So we can expect more skin after 5 from Ben. So
yeah,
there's that to look forward to.
That was pretty intense last night, I have to say.
It was great. Good job.
And it was 60s and 70s and
those outfits were amazing.
yeah, I showed all of my non-chest hair. It was necklaces hanging out and all that crazy stuff.
That's good though, that's good.
So it looks like we have another panel coming up right now.
We do. Who's excited for this one?
Yeah! You got a little bit more, come on. You know who it is.
Very excited.
A little bit more.
This is going to be a really good panel. I'm excited about this one. So, well, this is a Walking Dead artist, and please welcome Jeremy Palko.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I wrote them all in. It was awesome.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
How's everybody?
Everybody good?
Saturday morning.
Good.
Yeah. Saturday afternoon? No.
Afternoon.
Yeah. We're 5 minutes
I've been
after
up since 5. I have a
Yeah.
puppy, so
Yeah. Puppies do that, don't they? Yeah. So what you been up to?
not too much.
Yeah. Enjoying the camp so far?
I would love the camp, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
who-
just kidding. I've been up to a lot lately, so
Yeah.
busy, so.
Yeah. That's good. Busy's good.
I saw the photos from Painting with Palko. That looked like it was a good time.
Yeah.
Sorry, say again?
The Painting with Palko?
Oh yeah, I had a blast yesterday.
You had 2 sessions, right?
Man, I watched 2 sessions,
Yeah.
yeah, so I feel kind of flattered. We did 1 year, 1 class, next year another class, and this year I had 2 sold out classes,
Yes.
so very
Woo!
nice.
Did you guys do any Palko painting?
Woo!
Yeah,
There we go.
The angels.
Thank you for the support, guys.
I did it the first year, and we just moved recently, and I was unpacking. I'm like, hey, I found my painting with Palkos. I gotta hang them up. Yeah, fun time.
Yeah, that's kind of been my life right now, is
Yeah.
painting with Palko. So.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, it's awesome stuff. You guys been looking into stuff? If you haven't, it's straight out there, and check it out.
They literally put me right in front of the panel room. Like, I could not be more excited. So when all the other celebrities come on up here, I'm going to be like, charging admission at the door, don't tell anybody. Hard work.
Pocket a little side money there, you know. Yeah, get paid for your trip.
Can you run us through like the process of, obviously, you know, you went from actor to artist. What was part of that transition?
Oh yes, I'm sorry, but for any of those who don't know and just kind of, you know, walked into the room, my name is Jeremy. I played Andy on The Walking Dead. So I've been an actor for about 20 some years. You know, studied a little in college and wound up on the Disney Cruise Line for a few years, dancing like a pirate, and then got on land, started auditioning for movies and, you know, parts here and there, and been very lucky so far. But during quarantine, I think everyone kind of went through something or another, and I was really down, like, you know, financially, just trying to survive like the next person. And one day, I mean, I was just bored out of my mind, and I had a blank canvas and some paint, and I painted like a little tree, and then I painted like this Pac-Man thing, and I put it online, and I was like terrified. I don't know why. I was like, hi guys, here's my kindergarten painting. And I will say, because of the Walking Dead fan base, without a doubt, like, I immediately started selling these pieces off, just one at a time, and, you know, next thing I know, I had health insurance, and I was finding myself all day, every day, just painting, thinking about painting, and I had never picked up, you know, paintbrush in my life. And now, like, I got a small business license for it, and like, I'm off and running. I'm excited, and it's just, I can't even describe how much, like, I wanted to be an actor so bad in my life, and now I'm like, I kind of just want to be an artist, you know? Like, I love acting. I'm still, like, I just got auditioned from my agent. Thank God. Thank God. It's been about a year, so it's been rough. But yeah, painting has been insanely fun, and I didn't know you could have fun doing something and kind of make a living at it. So
Yeah, that's always a
Yeah.
plus. Yeah. So like.
So I brought everything. Everything's out there. I only do originals, so if you see something, there's only one. People have asked for like prints and duplicates, and I'm like,
Nope.
I spend way too much time painting for that. So
Yeah. Well, I noticed like if you follow him on socials, a lot of times people are like, "Hey, I want this one." He's like, "Sold." I want this one, sold.
And I apologize. It's the
No,
best feeling in the
it's
world.
good for you.
Example right here, young lady. She just grabbed a piece that I'm not even joking. This isn't a selling tactic, but there was like 5 people like, I'm gonna come back for that one, and I'm like, no, you're not.
And if they
Thank
do,
you. Thank you.
sorry, you missed your opportunity. Yeah. So like, those of us that did the painting with Palko, you kind of explain like how you do it, because it's very interesting because you're not a traditional painter.
Oh, no.
It's very unique. So kind of, like give a little rundown of
Please,
that.
yeah. It's very unique to paint start to finish for me. Like my entire house has like bits and pieces, just canvas everywhere, and they're half done, quarter done. I mean, I don't know when they're done, that's really it. And then one day I'll look at it and I'll turn it sideways and I will see something completely different. But it'll be the next starting off point, and I think that's just kind of my painting style is, like when I start painting, I only paint when I feel like it. I don't force myself, I have to paint for an hour. It's like, you know what? I feel like painting. And that'll be 4 in the morning, that'll be 1 in the afternoon. And I literally have 2 bins, light and dark. And I close my eyes, I reach in, and like whatever I grab, that's what I'm using. And then I just walk around my house aimlessly with my dog, and I find things that might need something here, might need something there, and kind of in my mind when they're done, they're done. And I have this little factory in my house where I go out on the patio and I spray them so they're, sealed and whatnot, and then it goes on the production line, and I post it on social media, and then I send it off.
Yeah.
And that is my life right now.
And you don't always use a brush.
Oh no, I've, all dry goods, but like garbage, like lids of like, anything, I'll run through the wash, and then, you can make so many cool things. Like, I use string for, if you come look at my art, you'll see it. You'll be like, okay, that's a candle holder. That was, the base of a jar, So yeah, I kind of get creative with it, but like I said, I don't know, I just kind of think while I'm doing it. And to anyone who's thinking about painting or anything like that, it's so, I dare say, soul-searching and like therapeutic and fun. And if people are willing to put a banana on a piece of canvas and give you $1 million for it, there's no wrong way to do it.
Right.
Saying,
Yeah, for sure. So do you so after the camp here, would you have more shows this year, or?
That's kind of the name of the game right now. Is I've actually reached out to just anyone on social media. I'm like, if you have an art festival or art show in your town, please let me know. I live in Marietta now, so Sonoy is a beautiful place, and I spent so much time here. Actually, this hotel is wonderful because when I booked the role of Andy, I was living here for about 3 months while we were shooting season 6. And yeah, so it's been kind of a trip down memory lane.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
Yeah, that's the goal. Is the next show. Life of an actor, really.
Right. It's kind of just
You wait for the
medium here.
audition.
Yeah.
You work, you don't work. But thankfully, I found something that just, not only just keeps my attention, something I absolutely love, and I get to pay some bills with it.
Yeah.
I'm forever grateful for that. So.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's fun to hear his story.
It's a weird story. Like I just turned 40, and like I never picked up a paintbrush until COVID.
Yeah.
Like when people start freaking out about toilet paper, like that's where it started. And now I love,
Yeah.
I love when someone sees something of mine and says, "I love that,"
Mhm.
or that speaks to me. Like that means more to me than making $1 million off.
Yeah, and I've read a lot of the comments, on social media as well, like, something, and it'll pique my interest as well, so, I can click to look at it, and I read the comments, and it's fun to see, what the different, you think something of that thing, and then somebody else put, you're like, oh yeah, and it just inspires.
I literally had this like abstract kind of piece I was trying, and I was like, all right, it's done, and I took it to a show, and this lady looked at it, and she's like, this reminds me of my horses. And I turned it sideways and vaguely had an outline of a horse, and I was like,
all right.
Of course it does. That's why I did.
We'll go with that. Yeah, but no, it's good. It's subjective, right?
I will literally paint like a tree, and then someone's like, oh my God, that is a great picture of a cone. I love it. I want it. Okay. whatever you see.
Yeah, that's great. So your audition here, there's nothing you can share, I'm sure.
I haven't even opened the email.
Okay, so
literally 5 minutes
so
ago,
just
so.
keep watching, right? Yeah, because so prior to that, I mean, have you been doing anything else acting, or just primarily painting?
Primarily painting, but I'm trying to think last year, I did a show called Tales on BET. It was a wonderful show. Really, really deep. Did you see it? Yeah, I got to play a not so nice officer. Police officer.
Oh yes, I do remember this now. Yes.
Unfortunately, there was a lot of, it's always fun being on set, working with people. I got to work with Moses Mosley, the late great Moses Mosley. So that was really special to do that. But just the gravity of the episode, and if you want to check it out, I believe it's on BET or BET Plus. And it's Tales. And it's the first episode, and it's got some Fear the Walking Dead. Michaela, I forget her last name, but her husband was a director, anyways.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of Walking Dead.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
So it was kind of fun. But yeah, that was well over a year ago.
Yeah. So we have something to maybe look forward to here. So yeah.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah.
Go check it
No,
out.
I know. I mean, like your email, maybe.
Yeah.
Something.
God,
Yeah. We're just happy thoughts for that. Yeah. So do we have any questions? Audience questions for him? Acting, painting, anything? Chris has his mic here for you. And we need, if you can stand and.
Painting piece you're most proud of?
Painting piece I'm most proud of. Interesting question, because I don't know if it's like egotistical, but I'm like, there's a lot of them I like, and I get attached to them, and I don't want to sell them, and then I'm like, oh crap, I got to pay for my phone, But there's ones I kind of regret now that I'm thinking about it. There was one I did. It's mainly because my mom really loved it. And it was just these balloons I did, and at the bottom I kind of wanted to just draw a silhouette of a young boy and a puppy. And well, I'm a young boy and a puppy, not so young, but then my mom just kept talking about, oh, that's such a great piece, and I wound up selling it for...
See, why you do her like that?
And usually when mom says she likes something, it just goes right in the mail and she gets it. So she's got like 30 pieces in her house, so. But my favorite, my R2-D2, it's right out there. And the reason it's my favorite is because it was just complete accidents. I literally had this round saucer pan that, like I said, I find things to paint with, and so I just put paint on the rim of it and pressed it up against the canvas, and it looked perfectly like an R2-D2 head. So I literally took an Amazon box and I painted the side of it and just pressed it there, and that's his body. And the rest of it inside of it is just an Apple phone box, just kind of with candle holders I used, and so I'm pretty proud of that piece out there.
It's a good one.
I really do get surprised most of the time. I'm like, I like that one. Like, I don't know how I did it, but it came out pretty cool. So.
Your table at ATL Comic-Con in February was a part of my influence in coming here. This is my first time coming to camp, so shout out to you.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Glad Jeremy inspired you to come.
It means the world to me.
Anyone else have a question? Yeah?
Good. Meeting adjourned.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for sharing your time. Now everybody go visit his booth.
That's right.
I'll be at my booth the rest of the week.
Thank